hopefully that is much louder for folks. So welcome, everyone. John, can you click on the Chrome and then bring up this one? Alright. I want to still be able to see chat. Alright, so scroll down. We are working on... Who is this? This is Falk. Up. You went too far. I need the steps. So F1, F2. Okay. So A's and B's I'm done with. We are jumping to... God, I have such a mess. So F1's right here. Kane and Deuce can go up here. We got F1 right here. So yeah, we're gonna try to get these guys done today. Hey, look, that just popped right off. That was nice. And now F2. F2 is right here. So yeah, this is sort of, John, what I was saying on yesterday on stream with this is because of how easy these pop out. Like you saw how I clipped on one part and kind of the whole thing popped out. Mm-hmm. There's like you could actually really assemble this kit because it's not ultra complicated, and these instructions are really good. But like all I'm doing right now is clipping them and then cleaning up the Shadow Sword, cleaning up the points that are left, and then using this plastic cement. So first, dry fitting. So this leg should go right in there. You can probably move the image. You can slide this a little bit to the left, and you can see what I'm doing. But like I'm just dry fitting the leg in here so that it hooks in correctly. And then applying a little bit of plastic cement. Other side. You want it at the other corner. Mm-mm. I want to see chat. I don't want to see like but there. Now I got his legs. So he's, if I glued him to a base, he'd actually stand. Why don't you scroll that way a little bit? Okay. So they tell me to put it on his base. I'm not going to. So now go back to the other side. Yeah, you can't scroll that far. So it's F. There it is. So now you scroll the other side. So I need to find F3, which is his gun. So this one's gonna be like lickety split. I'm gonna be done with him in no time flat because I just need to find his gun, which is right here, F3. And so like it's hard to see. There's F3. So this is the part that we're looking for. Gotta be careful not to knock whatever head this is off. But he's got like a... Falk here has a shotgun. Mm-hmm. Like it's a... In the lore, these are gun mages, mm-hmm. which they find themselves having an affinity with their guns, and then find that they have the power to cast their spells into their guns and through their guns. So like they're wizards or sorcerers, but their goal is, I'll see like that. Like if you looked at this icon, where do you think you'd put this connection point to? Up here?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's not correct because it goes like this is where I think the instructions aren't the clearest. It goes down here. So if you look at the image here, this goes to here, not up here. So I need to correct that because, or not say correct it, I'm going to offer it as advice that it doesn't look correct because like it fits in here easy, but it just doesn't look right on the diagram. But yeah, John and I are just chilling out. He's eating an apple, which I'm sure you can hear on the microphone because it's a big crunchy Honey Crisp, which is our apple of choice. All right, what's the next part? I'm sure it's F4, but what's the next part?
Yeah.
Oh, it's F5. F4 is right here, which is going to be his hand. See, this is like this F4. No, F4 is the hand. Like the part it's telling me to do is F5, which is his head, but F4 is his hand. So F4 is going to be literally the next part. Yeah, considering like how easy this goes together, like these are some of, I am a fumble fingers, but these models go together so insanely well. It is rather impressive just how like little effort you have to do to have these models go together. Alright, we got his head. So now it is right here, F4. So I called it. I'm going to knock this part off in no time flat. I need to not be hitting it.
Yeah, hold the part.
And it's just that it's got a... One of the things that I mentioned on the last stream that is super nice of this kit is the join connects from the piece to the sprue. The sprues being the part that holds it all together is very thin, which is a good thing in the case of this, in that it just pops right off when you clip it. But yeah, how easy that just connects right out, like zero effort. Okay, type 40. But like Falk is pretty much done except for his shoulder pads, which are obviously the next steps. Alright, so F6 is
The left shoulder pad.
it's this one. Okay. But yeah, decent clippers, and this goes really well. Type 40 Shadow Sword, how well do you hear us? Because I know in my previous streams I was very quiet. I'm hoping to have corrected that. So now I am substantially louder. Hear you just fine. Perfect.
Hope the apple isn't too loud.
Yeah. Can't be perfect. My stream has been quiet forever. Because I hadn't... Hey, Dragon Pup. Just loud enough for the apple? Nice. There's one shoulder pad. I could have gotten Falk done last night when I was doing this. I didn't realize how simple he would be. It took me a while to do Kane and the Jack. Like it took me an hour and a half to do the two models.
There's only one page.
The other ones were maybe a page and a half, but like Kane had like 12 parts to him. So it takes a little bit with all the parts, and I'm not going like Mach 10 with this. I'm actually just kind of like cruising, you know what I mean? Do I have that way, or is this flipped? I think it's flipped. So the important part of this, I hear Zahara has like 20 parts. Yeah, I think is that the Cadre Warcaster or Cadre leader? I haven't gotten even there to investigate. Yeah, the caster. Yeah. I know there's a lot of parts. I think even Kane was a substantial amount of parts because of like all that was going on with the model. So we'll see. I'm excited to get that far, and we'll get there. What's the next step, John? I need to write down though that F3 notes text. F3 is pointing to the wrong location. Okay. Oh, there's more to do on him. There's a whole cloak and back part. Okay. I didn't... Oh, there's a cloak and a sword and everything. Alright, let's start with F8. Half cloak. Half cloak is right here. But gun mages are one of the like iconic classes and fighters in the Iron Kingdoms. They're one of the things that, like, when Iron Kingdoms first came out, Iron Kingdoms being the role-playing game and the world of War Machine, they're like gunfighters gun mages, like that blend of gun and sorcery. Like, it may have existed a little bit, but it didn't exist to the same degree and like the coolness that gun mages are. So like in the game, gun mages have the ability to choose different shot types. So like one of the cool things a gun mage can do is they can pick their can you scroll down a little bit? They can pick their sword, or not their sword, they can pick their bullet to for the type of shot they need. How does this connect? Is this backwards? No. How does this connect in here? Oh, it connects like that. Interesting. Okay. But they can pick their shot type depending on what they need. So like one of the early gun mages, something you could do with them is if you needed to shoot something, you can shoot the target and then shoot, like, you'd hit the one and you could choose to have the bullet do like a light have electricity jump from the person you shot to the next person near to them.
So it's chain shot?
It's like a chain lightning type shot. And then one of the other cool things a gun mage could do is they had something called a thunderbolt shot, which is like it shot you, and it hit you, and it could push you back or knock you down. So like they have all these like utility type shots of they can shoot through walls, they can shoot around corners. Like there's all a whole lot of very neat different types of shooting that a gun mage can do. And then one of the things that I know you had talked to me about, and I think we still need to do it, is eventually making a D&D character of like the Clockwork Angel with the sniper rifle. You remember how you told me about that? You like the Convergence of Cirrus Angel look, but then have a long-range rifle. Looking forward if there will be another 2-player box. I hope so. If it's Trolls versus Orgoth, because then I would have both halves to yourself. That'd be cool. Yeah, it'll be neat to see what's next in terms of everything. How does this go? Oh, this connects way up here. I didn't expect that.
Are you on F9? Alright.
I am currently on F8 or F9. F8's right in my hand right here. F9 attaches to it.
Did you complete 10 or no?
I did not put F10 on yet. F10 I was doing after the cloak because I wasn't sure.
Did you clip 10?
I have not clipped 10 at all yet. So I almost just made a mistake by not pushing this piece in deep enough. But I'm glad that I reset it and have it fit in. Yeah, it'll be very interesting on... I don't know if SFG has talked about like what's the future past the current 2-player starters that we have. And just everything else. And I know the leak that we had changed everything. Based on the last story they published, guessing the next 2-player starter will be Brian Bloods and Chimera. Definitely possible. Alright, now we're getting his sword taken care of. But we did get to see today, in the they introduced new characters for both those factions. Yeah.
Did you read the Dragon Pups?
I have not yet. Could have sworn Matt was on a podcast and mentioned another plastic kit. I think he did. There's so much media and so many different locations to hear it all that part of me, this is where I wish, like, it's more work, but I wish, like, whatever was said in, like, a specific area was then communicated, like, after the fact. So, like, you and I have a podcast, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They talk to us, we interview them, they tell us some stuff, and then, like, 2 weeks later, the questions that we asked and the information that was talked about in the podcast is then released. In addition, that'd be nice. Can I see the directions? Alright, so this is upside down. So this is like this. But I need you to scroll down or to the... I actually need you to scroll over a little bit and scroll down a little bit. Okay, so this connects right on top of that, which is where I thought it would.
I almost made the same mistake.
With what?
Touching the sliding bar.
Oh. Yeah, you're doing perfectly fine, kiddo. Thanks for being my mission control. Good old producer. Alright, there we go. Now we got Falk built. Ready and raring to go. Let's put him on a base. He goes on a small one. Hey, War Budgies. He is the man in the chair. It's the one with the control of the mouse. And keyboard. Because my setup isn't like super set up to handle like needing instructions on a separate monitor. It's not super set up for. Oh goodness. Hey Digger.
We could always get you a wireless mouse.
We probably could.
Just have it on the charger all the time.
Yeah. Like if we were going to reset up my stream setup, oh goodness, to make this like more fruitful, we'd have to like reevaluate where I have everything. Not too much. I'm just getting the new Signar Hellslinger Cadre together. We've got 3 models done now. We got Falk, Kane, and Deuce. Trying to get these all built because I need to get them painted. And then, so this is Falk in his final glory. He looks really cool. Oh, and he fell off his base. That's what I get for like trying to rush this. Get some of those minor report gloves so you can just hand whip controls. That'd be cool. Okay, yes. So when you said Minority Report, I read the podcast, not the movie, because there's a bunch of my friends are Minority Report, which is this group here. But the movie they're referencing, it's a Tom Cruise movie where he has like 2 gloves on and he just like swipes and like zooms, like how you expect hand controls to work for a computer. They just do it and it flawlessly integrates, and that'd be like super cool. But yes, they are very cool. I will be doing the SK6, yes, or SKS6. First Travis upgrades, then next week he makes himself a VTuber. If I had multiple thousands of dollars hanging around for a VTuber model, maybe. That's a lot of effort.
Unless you work for an agency.
Sure. But what would even be my VTuber model? What would I even do?
You?
Why would I do me? If I can be anything, why would I be me?
One of your models.
One of my models. Okay, which model would I be?
Yeah, I forget where he is.
It's one of the... Which faction?
Infernals.
One of the Infernals.
Found him.
Which one? Amadeus?
Let me grab him.
Alright. Well, while you're grabbing him, hopefully you can actually...
Mind.
I don't know if you can even get
Painting.
to the cases in there.
The painting right there.
Oh, Haley?
No, the painting's in the way.
Oh, yeah, the painting is in the way. I do agree with you.
With the leader of the Inferno.
So, is it,
the guy you were going to dress up for a Halloween.
Amadeus? Yeah, the giant foils, yeah. I don't actually have the stilts for them because I am not capable of walking on stilts.
I thought we still have them.
No, I brought them back to the gentleman because I didn't need them cluttering up my garage more than it was already cluttered. But yes, Amadeus, as War Budgies is pointing out, one of my favorite models I've ever painted.
One of your favorite models.
It is one of my favorite models. And the one model that I've actually commissioned a actual work of art with. What?
The comment or this one.
I see more as an Agathon holding the book and reminding everyone. See, Agathon would be very... No, that's...
I don't remember what Agathon is.
Agathon's the... it's my icon on Google. So, like, my YouTube icon. The one that's, like, the other one. So...
This one?
Yes, that's Agathon. Agathon's the one that sets up all the contracts and gets all the work done.
Yeah, I see that is cool.
Alright, let's try to find E3. E3 is right here. But yeah, VTubers, those guys, they spend a lot of money on their...
Why don't I put this here?
Because I can't see that as well, because that's really far away. But this weekend, I've got another event, so I'm excited about that. Get to go to Chicago again.
Did you skip 10?
I skipped 10.
Because I thought we were on 10.
If you scroll up the page... So page 10 is just the end of the... that.
But,
and then page 11 is the parts for this model, which I'm already started into. Yep. Can you go back up to E3? Alright, how does this connect? Because none of that is... That arrow is not obvious to me where that connects.
Show me then. Back maybe? Right there. Oh, I see.
So the body's like this.
There's, if you look on the camera up here, right there, no, hold it back. Right there. And then rotate where you can see the back of your leg. There's a slot. There.
So you're saying... No, that doesn't work. Because the leg is backwards. This has to be something like...
Yeah, let's look at the image.
Oh, it's right here. It's like this. It just pushes in weirdly. That part's probably the weirdest join part that I've encountered. Like, it's just not... It's not super obvious. It's reverse Jenga, trying to sort out... Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that, like... I'm trying...
It's Legos, but without the simplicity.
Right. And it's... And a big thing about this is you don't want to screw it up, because if you screw it up with the plastic cement, you can't, like, undo it. You can't...
Ever.
Like, it chemically...
Bonds it. It melts the plastic together.
Right.
What does this mean?
What's what mean? The Prime Gaming? It's just that they've connected on Twitch with their gaming stuff. Let me see this image. Let's do this. Zoom in some more.
Just base plate.
Well, that doesn't help. Okay, so E2 might make my life easier, because that's the back cloak that has to connect to it.
Wait, what's the problem with E1? Or is it just not connecting?
I don't know if I can connect them properly, so I'm just going to grab E2 to make sure all three pieces fit together work in expected connections. How are you clipped?
How is my voice sometimes going into red?
It's just how loud it is.
I know, but I'm farther away from you, and sometimes it goes in red and you don't.
It might be that we're both talking. I'm not sure. Oh, of course, fumble fingers.
Oh, that just went into the red, the bubbles.
Yeah. That's why I thought my stream was not super quiet, because the microphone picks up everything, and
yeah, it picks up the whatever we have going behind the wall.
Right, the humidifier or dehumidifier. Yeah, we don't need a humidifier in this house. It's already humid enough. We don't need more humidity. Man down, yeah. I have noticed in my... Oh, yeah, this might be really easy because if you move this down a little bit...
Hold on.
Yeah, my Yeti mic should pick up voices pretty well. Which I think I just have it... Or pick up different voices, yeah. It just might be your tone of voice. But this hole right here and this link together. So that makes life a little bit easier in that I can use that
to fix it.
To attach.
No, look at how the cape's supposed to look.
But look at this. That, doing what I just did makes that connect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Right, super easily. So it's you can't attach this easily. Well, maybe you can.
Here, attach the leg and the cape.
Yeah.
And then attach the cape.
That's what I'm doing. You got it. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what. Yeah. And if I do it soon enough, then I won't have to worry about. They'll still be a little loose. I can just push them together.
Doesn't the chemical bond take 2 seconds?
It takes a little bit. It's not 2 seconds, but it takes a little bit to dry and then fully adhere. So this is loose right now, and I could pull it apart.
Why does this say you have infinite soul tokens but 0 bits?
Because bits are how people spend to tip you. So bits are a tip. The soul tokens in this are just channel points, which now that you've reminded people, they're going to be lower update, drink some water, take a walk. Not in a bad way. I was very sarcastic with those tones. But now I'm going to get a bunch of those hit my way.
Why do you have infinite now?
Because I have infinite, because I own the channel.
But you can't spend them.
Travis having infinite soul tokens is the most infernal thing in Vertical Day. Hey, yeah, all right. What's the next part, buddy? E4. Hey, the part that I was literally moving. See it? Look at that. Take a 10-minute walk. Riker's trying to get me in shape, and that's what the original purpose of that was, is to get me to take more walks. Thumbs up. Yep, right on. Yes, I will attempt to take a 10-minute walk. You're going to take it with me. It's your fault.
When?
I don't know. Don't cover up the chat, though.
I'm letting you see.
Well, I don't need to see the camera.
Okay. No, not the cam. I want to see the feed. And
oh, okay. All right.
Would you rather me put the instructions here?
No, because then it's further away from me. And I'm already an old man.
What then is here better?
I'm going blind and I'm an old man. Probably should put my cheaters on.
Huh?
Cheaters.
Why cheaters?
Because they effectively give me a little bit of zoom. So things look closer. Because, like, yeah, they effectively make things a little bit closer. I'm going to keep them on because they actually do help. They do magnify a little bit. Go back to the instructions, please.
Now you have old man glasses.
I do definitely have old man glasses. +1 mat, yep. Like some people, and this isn't a negative in any respect, folks that like really need magnification, there's actually a tool that I used at a previous company. People who work on circuit boards use them. They're effectively this giant circle with a magnifying lens in the center with a light around the outside, and it lets you like look through something and like basically gives you that view right off it. Just got my 2-player start in the mail this morning. Nice, very nice. There's a lot of sprues in it. Like I'm.
What do you mean screws?
Sprues.
What's that?
Sprues. So this is a sprue.
Oh.
I couldn't even begin to tell you what sprue, like where the origin of that word and how that word is used comes from. What are you doing?
I'm looking.
Can I see the next part, please? Like you are.
Where is it? Here.
All right, so E4. I'm done with E4. E5 is like a pistol belt.
No idea how it goes.
Here's E5. Here's something that's weird. So, I've noticed at times, because the instructions are a specific way, I'm sure if I looked at the first instructions page where it showed you all the parts, it would show this part in a different orientation. Gunpla folks, 100%. Yeah,
but,
people. So, what's Gunpla? So Gunpla is. Have you heard of Gundam?
What, like the Max?
Yes, the Max, exactly. So Gundam is an anime. It's a Japanese animation.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple different series, and Gunpla is a kit you can buy. So like the next time we're at the game store has Gunpla there, and yeah, that's a good definition, Day or Die. But it's effectively a kit. It's a plastic kit that you make a giant model for. So like the model's like 10 inches tall, and it's a whole bunch of parts.
But it's not going to burn a hole through your wall like 40K. Or is it?
One of those guys are going to be able to answer you on how much Gunpla costs, but to hear sprues, like it's the waste part of casting, that's the hole. So like the mold is 2 pieces, right? Because you've seen molds of like construction molds where it's like you have a part and there's a recess in it, and you connect it together. That's your mold. And like in the example here of my hand,
that's how Lego works. It just injects the material.
Right. And then you pull the mold apart, and then you're left with this. So effectively, the mold is the 2 parts of the plate here.
I know, we saw one in the field trip.
I'm sure you did, yeah, because they're like it's a common thing to have this kind of work. But then what they're saying, the laugh out louds on the cost of that. So Gunpla is I'm going to screw up this word because it's French. Portmanteau.
My French teacher would hate that.
I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's
my literacy teacher.
It's a combination of the words. So Gunpla is Gundam plastic combined together. But like here, high grade kit, the most common grade is usually $15 to $25. So like,
it's not $40K.
It's not $40K. Like the difference on some of this stuff is like the kits you buy and the parts you buy. The complexity deals with some of the cost of like how complex the kit is and how many parts and how many different molds it needs can determine how expensive the kits end up being. But Gunpla has the added benefit of having a lot of people that are super interested in it. And when you have a lot of people that are interested in your product, you've learned a little bit of cost and demand of like economics or supply and demand, not cost and demand, but supply and demand. Cost is related to supply and demand, but the demand of something
goes up, the cost goes up.
Right, because the supply possibly stays the same. But because they have a high demand for the thing, they can have a lot of them produced, and that makes the cost to produce them cheaper each because they're producing more of them per mold. So like the mold costs, say...
Isn't a mold reusable?
It is. But say a mold costs $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And if we only build 10 kits, each kit costs $100. Make sense? Because it's 10 times 10, or 10 times 100 to equal to 1,000, right? Which you've done in math. But now if I have to create 100 kits instead of 10 kits, now it flipped. Now it's $10. And then if I have to produce 1,000, now it's $1. So like the more you produce, the cheaper it becomes for you to produce more of them, and it's better for you to produce more of them. So there's a cost to these kits and how much like you're going to, and Shadow Sword has it right. It's economy of scale is what that is. It's like
surprised we haven't learned that in business class yet.
That you haven't learned it? You're going to. It'll be
We're
something.
2 terms in.
Right, but it's gonna be something else that like there's a lot to like business and math and everything like that, where it's like, so for example, another example of an economy of scale. The way I paint is not very fast or efficient. So like I can't produce a lot of models quickly. Another painter who might use like an airbrush or have different skills or use different paint that can go quickly and have the same quality, they effectively are using an economy of scale to do the same work faster and more efficient, which lets them produce more, which lets them make more money effectively. Can we scroll to the next part? We're going like, I did not expect to talk about business today in terms of like a topic that would be on this stream.
Yeah, when I'm here, you never know what to expect.
That is very true. But like War Budgies is saying here, gaming and a lot of different things is all about different math, and that's I think something that I find very interesting for this. So like War Machine, capitalism, yes it is. Capitalism theme from the most recent Gundam show. Yeah. But the fun part of some of the stuff with the math is like the statistics and averages, and like how often a number is rolled or how likely a number is rolled. That all plays into dice rolling and your miniature games, and then similar things of like card games. So like when we're playing Magic, for example, the number of cards you have in your deck. Oops. Again, fumble fingers. The number of cards you have in your deck gives you a certain odds for how often that card is going to appear and how likely it is to appear. So there are things where you put time and effort to make the cards that you really want to appear the most likely cards.
Yeah, that's what we got. That was my final unit in 7th grade.
Yep.
Probability.
Yep. So that's a lot of wargaming is about trying to force probabilities into your favor. Gotta get on this plane. Fly safe, war budgies. Enjoy your kit when you get home. Next part, please. Thanks for being on. Alright, what are we looking at? E6. A giant sword. Not a giant sword, but a sword.
All of these E's are ranks in the military.
Yep. Yep. Do you know what E6 stands for in
No, but I know that people say that E4s are lazy. And people say, I'm doing it the E4 mafia way.
Okay.
Because people consider them a mafia.
Okay.
Because of how lazy they are. They just sleep instead of doing work.
So the fun part here is, so Shadow Sword was a veteran. So I'm sure like everything you're saying is coming from like a YouTube video or a following or whatever. So like I know you're just kind of regurgitating something on it, but it is. I'm laughing because it's amusing, not because it's necessarily true.
Where's E4 specialist?
Okay, all right.
E6 staff sergeant.
So that's a specialist isn't bad.
A specialist is. I mean, it's not private or private.
Right,
recruit.
E1 and E2, like those are beginning, but like E4s aren't like lazy.
I know in World War II everybody was E3 except one person.
Okay.
Or an anti-hero who was just stuck at E2.
I'm sure there's people that were just as privates and whatnot. But as per always, and I'm going to reiterate this, everything you hear on YouTube videos or commentary from someone is not necessarily true.
Yeah, I know.
So some people's opinions that certain ranks are lazy or whatnot is not...
Okay, there's video evidence.
That doesn't mean...
of E4s being lazy.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
No, because there's video evidence of anyone being lazy for any reason.
Okay.
Like, trying to make a generality like that just doesn't ever really work out. And so that's the every rank is lazy except mine. Exactly.
I wouldn't say that to your boss.
No, but that's the truth of it is everyone else is lazy. I'm not, but everyone else is lazy. And there's that's kind of like a human condition type thing where it's like everyone wants to present themselves in the best light, and others not so much. Anyways, what's the next part, buddy? Before we get more hot takes from... What generation are you? I don't even know what generation you are.
Gen Alpha.
You're Gen Alpha? Yeah, more hot takes from Gen Alpha.
No. Never again.
For real, for real. So my son hates it, and I find it amusing is all I'll get. That I will boomer the hell out of slang. So for real.
He doesn't. Travis doesn't ever. Yeah. I don't use it around him.
Which is amazing because I was like...
I don't use it ever.
You don't. And then So today we come back from lunch, and I was like, for real.
Dinner, not lunch.
Or for dinner, right? For real. My Riz is on points, and no cap, and everything. And his reaction right now is he's losing it.
You said Glizzy Riz.
Just to spite you.
Yeah.
Skibbity bop.
It's the one thing that I wish he'd never said.
Skibbity bop.
You're not even doing it. Do you want me to start playing the whole 70-something video series?
No, because I will get my video demonetized or whatever on Twitch. No, I don't need to watch the series. But the joke is I was giving my son grief, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, there's also another stereotype.
What's that? Yeah, please don't. No, don't worry about stereotypes here. I don't need that on my channel.
Hold on, let me find.
No, I don't need to hear.
I'm just showing it to you.
I don't need to hear it on this. Go to the next part. I don't need to hear stereotypes. I don't need to hear whatever.
That they're always lost.
Oh, sure.
Because it's
sure, whatever. So we're looking at E9 and E10.
Do you know why it's that joke, though?
Why?
Because it's LT.
So the lieutenant is always lost because they're LT.
You can't spell lost without LT.
Okay, that's really mean, but also really funny.
Yeah.
I was never in the military, and I did not get to experience that culture. John, you're gonna get me like hate mail or something from
Why?
someone. All right. It's also very late, kiddo.
Okay.
So you are, not that I have no problem with you being up here late with me, but I know you have school in the morning, and the last thing that I want to be in trouble for is keeping you up a significant period of time when you should be in bed resting. So
but I don't wanna.
You don't wanna? Yeah, I don't wanna either, so I get it. But you kinda have to.
Stop topping at the mic.
I'm sorry, what?
You're making the entire thing go red.
Oh. It's also because I drop it on this, and like it hears the vibration of the tables really, really well. All right, let me get this part on, and then we'll get you going. You have helped me get through 2 models
in an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Considering it took me, not that like I'm comparing the models at all, but like the other 2 are a lot more parts than these ones. They're just quick and easy in comparison.
I found what a veteran was. An NCO.
Yep. Can you check to see if there's any more parts that go on this guy?
Nope.
That looks like a note to me.
So 16.
Let's get him on a base.
D8.
And I think this is, I don't know if this is Glover. I think this is Glover. Pretty sure it's Glover. Because there's a new guy. This is the new guy for the Black 13th. The other leader died in story, which is a spoiler, but my apologies. It's a pretty old spoiler. Yeah, the whole community of War Machine players is about to remember the joys of model assembly. Right. That's, I have gotten spoiled by not having to do model assembly.
Why?
Because this is, like, it's taken me...
How were you spoiled by not having to do it? How did you not have to do it?
So, like, for example, when you open a model...
Oh, what? Privateer Press sent you resin ones?
So, Steamforged and Privateer Press. So, Steamforged produced the plastic kits here, but they also produced these. And when you have a model like this, this was ready to go outside the box. You open it up out of the box, you could play with this. Right? Mm-hmm. For me to play with these models...
You have to build them.
I have to build them. It's taken me 2.5 hours to do 4 models. So, there's a...
You've gotten half of those in 1 hour.
Right. But it's that thought process of how much work and how much effort you're doing. So, all right. Night, kiddo.
Night. Love you.
Love you too. Oh, he skipped ahead a page. That's why I was very confused. Right. You're totally correct. Alright. Time to assemble Ryan. D1, D2. Diablo 1, Diablo 2. Alright, so there is D3, D2. Where's D1? D1's right here. The return of the combat stilettos. Not really stilettos, but combat heels. Come on. Gunpla? Yeah. They definitely have it all figured out, because they weren't fun. Like, people wouldn't be doing it. So it's a very neat thing, and I've honestly considered some Gunpla, because we're going to show my age a little bit, and this should come as no surprise to anyone. Gundam Wing was the Gundam that I watched a lot of. So I watched Gundam Wing, I watched Endless Waltz. I know there was another movie/series after that I did not watch, but Gundam Wing was the thing with Wing Zero. Was it Empyrean? But Heavy Arms, Death Scythe, all those Gundams. Gundam Wing is a lot of fun. It's one of those things that I think I should rewatch as an adult, because I watched it when I was younger. And I think you don't recognize some of the characters, and just how much of magnificent bastards some of these characters are when you're young. And watching them again, when I have a larger appreciation of it, I should really like rewatch the series. Also, I think Gundam Wing's a more enjoyable series, and this is blasphemy a little bit, but I was also a Neon Genesis Evangelion fan growing up, and while that series is good, it is also a series that is an experience, is how I will put it. Requiem of Vengeance. I will take a look at that. But like I actually really enjoyed Rebuild of Evangelion because it wasn't while depressing, it wasn't nearly as depressing as the series was. That series got high marks for being depressing at the end. The thing I didn't like about Rebuild was they moved away from a lot of the like traditional animation for it. So it felt like it was a different anime. It was different times type thing. Oh, absolutely, Dragon Pup. Yes. Ava is... Oof. Yes. After being through therapy and, like, understanding more of, like, what emotions are and, like, how you exist as a human being with other people, rewatching Ava is... Whew, it is a thing. Alright, Ryan's like go on the base. D4. The newest Diablo. D4. But I'm excited. This, I know I'm jumping topics, but this weekend, we're going to an event, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm still planning on playing Carex, or Necrofactorium. But I might jump to Infernals. I'm not sure yet. But it's definitely something where I can have some fun, hang out with some friends. It's only going to be a 3-round event, which means that I think we're pretty positive we're over 8 players. So I will likely not take first from the sheer fact that my version, Fumble Fingers, my version of playing Crix currently is play Super Assassination, and that doesn't get you good tiebreakers. But the goal is to have fun, and just play the game for what it is, have some fun, hang out with my friends, have a good time. Right. You don't need tiebreakers if you just win all your games. Absolutely. You don't need strength of schedule if you just win everything. Alright. That part is done. Oh, yeah, the weird Ryan head without her hat. Because her hat's a separate piece right here. I am looking for D5 and D6. So D6 is right here. Where's D5? D5. Why am I blind? D5's right here. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these kits. Like, it's definitely, like, again, assembly. Like, it is recognizing that we're assembling again, which is definitely a different feeling, because I had forgotten it. Even from, like, the plastic and resin models. Just doing all of that assembly, like, the skills have atrophied. But this is a lot of fun. I am really enjoying this. And I think why is there an exclamation mark on this? What does the exclamation mark mean? Pay attention. Oh. It might be that you can't really get this. So the exclamation mark is trying to get, like, the hair onto the back of the head. I think they want you to do that first before putting the head onto the model. Kind of excited. I'm gonna Shadowsword, it was a pleasure. Thank you for being here and putting up with my son's jokes. It was great to see you. Great to hang out. Have a great night. Yeah, that wouldn't be easy to do in the other order. Alright. Tricorn hat time. But yeah, this is so much fun. These models are really cool. I'm very excited for the next evolution and the next badass thing we get to see. Okay, so it's D8, and then D9 is over here. Really excited to paint these models as well. These will be very fun models to paint. She's almost done. There's probably a few more parts still to this, but a majority of this is done now. Just realized how quiet it is without my son down here. Alright, how much is left on you? Is there anything left on you? There is not. Ryan is done. Sweet. We're gonna work our way through, is it Watts? I think it's Watts. No, it's Lynch. No, Lynch died. Watts, yeah. Work our way through him. Then we'll have the full Hellslinger Cadre assembled and ready to go at that point. So we'll let this dry so that I can spin it without the base being a worry. And then we'll have the whole Black 13th done. We'll have Falk done. Kane and Deuce. Oh, he's got some variants? What's a variant on him? Oh, he doesn't have a variant. They're just showing what is the variant on the picture. Alright, C3. It's the legs. I'm sorry, C1, not C3. Alright, we'll do C2, which is the boot. C3 is the other boot. C3PO. We're all thinking it. Alright. So yeah, we'll probably Friday I will pick up either tomorrow night. It'll be later tomorrow night, like not before 10. We'll probably pick up the SKS leader and Warjack at the... Why am I drawing a blank on that Warjack's name? The Avalanche is the Annihilator Cadres. Why am I drawing a blank on its name? I want to say it's Torch 2.0, which is the idea, but it's not what its name is. I'm drawing a blank on its name. But I'll work on trying to get those tomorrow. And then we'll try to get the rest of the infantry taken care of shortly after. And then the great Cadre painting of 2024-2025 will begin. I have a lot of Cadres to paint. Alright, got some boots. Boots and some legs. I refuse to put it on a base right away. I don't necessarily know why, but I just kind of do. Okay, he's got a badass trench coat. I love this. C4, C5. C4 is the trench coat. I do think Gun Mage cosplay is one of the cooler cosplays to do. The one cosplay I'd really like to do, and I need to work towards it. Where did that piece go? Why am I blind? Here's this. Here's that. Where'd that piece go? Oh, it's way over here. A cosplay that I think would be very interesting would be the Wanderer of Grimkin fame. I think the whole get up and design and everything would be really awesome. The worry I have on it is you'd have to actually make the coat really like breathable, because otherwise you would, or I in specific, because I run hot in temperature, I would need to like have the coat in some way to not boil to death as I'm wearing it. Oh, this is a bandolier. That's what that is. I was trying to figure out what it was, and my brain couldn't process what it was. Yeah, it's a bullet bandolier. Okay, so I can do this first, because this just goes literally right there. Okay. Okay, there's that. And then back here. As I said, I'm really enjoying this build. Everything about this is a lot of fun. It's hard not to be excited and enjoying like all of this. So I suggest, if you like either of these Cadres, to definitely pick them up, because these kits are sublime, is how I put it yesterday. I'm going to cut you further away, because I think that part is actually part of this. Yeah, that is. I'm glad I didn't cut that closer. What's everyone working on tonight? What you got going on? What projects are you working on? What are you having fun with? You just kind of chilling, relaxing? What's going on? Hopefully not everyone had to run away. But we'll keep pushing through. I don't got that many parts left, so... I was all like, I hear movement upstairs. That means only one thing.
What?
You.
Forgot this?
Yeah. Have a good night, bud.
Night.
Alright, C8. This is the little nub piece that I'm glad I didn't clip off. Oops. Alright. Looking good so far. We are, what, 1, 2, 3 parts away from being done. So, C9 is the rifle. So we've got shoulder pad, and rifle. So the last parts that we have to do for this gentleman. Very cool. I am still so impressed on just like this model going together. Like everything is going together super smooth. The only thing I had an issue with was Deuce yesterday, with his arms being just the wrong part listed, which I've I've sent off to be corrected so that other folks, when they get the latest version of the instructions, won't have the same problem that I did. Oh, come on. Stop. Alright, let that dry. Alright, shoulder pads. We have C11 is the back shoulder pad. C11's right here. That bounced a lot. I don't like it. Where'd you bounce to? Bounce behind my glue. This is probably the only part that I don't enjoy are these shoulder pads, because they are not like, they're easy, but they're not like, they're one of the harder parts of the kit, even though they're not complicated. I had this the right way, and I dropped it. Stop holding onto my finger. Looks correct. Okay. There we go. Simple enough. Got that one on. And now C10, last piece. And with that, this one goes this way. This one's really obvious because there's a double shoulder pad on this one. So this one can only really go one way. And there we go. The Black 13th are assembled. We'll get this one on the base, and then we are calling it a night. We'll show off the whole cadre quick. But yeah, a little over 3 hours for the whole cadre. Obviously, I spent some of that time having fun discussions with my son more than painting hard, or not painting, but assembling hard. But you should be able to get this done in a 2.5 to 3 hour range, depending on your focus and how like hard you are looking into it. But we've got Kane in all of his glory. We got Deuce. We've got Volk. I'm drawing a blank on their names. The new guy. I'm literally drawing a blank on their name. And then, so the Black 13th, Ryan. And last but not least, the Magelock Sniper. Very fun kit. Not very complicated in terms of the efforts needed to get it all set and going. So, highly recommend it. If you have a chance to get this kit, definitely get it. It is really cool. It is a lot of fun. Really enjoyable. So, highly, highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, like I said, we'll kick off with SKS 6 tomorrow, and try to get those taken care of in the next 2 days. So, thank you everyone for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support and chats, and I will see you tomorrow. Be well, be safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everyone.